Hello everyone, welcome. In the previous video, I talked a little about fasting. In this video, I will talk a little about eggs. I want to share this information with you. So it's from Healthline, online reference of information about health and well-being. And here they present 9 health benefits of eating eggs. They say eggs are one of the few foods that should be classified as superfoods. They are loaded with nutrients, some of which are rare in the modern diet. And they present 9 health benefits of eggs that have been confirmed in human studies. So let's start by number 1. They are incredibly nutritious. So eggs are among the most nutritious foods on the planet. A whole egg contains all the nutrients required to turn a single cell into a baby chicken. A single large boiled egg contains vitamin A, folate, vitamin B5, B12, B2, phosphorus, selenium. Eggs also contain decent amounts of vitamin D, E, B6, calcium, and zinc. This comes with 78 calories, 6 grams of protein, and 5 grams of fat. Eggs also contain various trace nutrients that are important for health. In fact, eggs are pretty much the perfect food. They contain a little bit of almost every nutrient you need. If you can get your hands on pastured or omega-3 enriched eggs, these are even more nutrient dense. Number 2, they are high in cholesterol, but don't adversely affect blood cholesterol. It is true that eggs are high in cholesterol. In fact, a single egg contains 186 milligrams. However, it's important to keep in mind that cholesterol in the diet may not necessarily have an impact on blood cholesterol levels or risk of heart diseases. And they present here the numbers of the studies. You can try to take a look. The liver actually produces large amounts of cholesterol every single day. In fact, when you eat more cholesterol, your liver has the ability to regulate cholesterol levels by producing less to even it out. Nevertheless, the response to eating eggs varies between individuals. Now, number 3, they raise HDL, the so-called good cholesterol. HDL stands for high-density lipoprotein. It is often known as the good cholesterol. People who have higher levels of HDL usually have a lower risk of heart disease, stroke, and other health problems. Eating eggs is a great way to increase HDL. Number 4, they contain choline, an important nutrient that most people don't get enough of. Choline is a nutrient that most people don't even know exists, yet it is an incredibly important substance and is often grouped with the B vitamins. Choline is used to build cell membranes and has a role in producing signaling molecules in the brain, along with various other functions. The symptoms of choline deficiency are serious, so fortunately, it's rare in most healthy non-pregnant people, mainly because the body makes choline. Whole eggs are an excellent source of choline. A single egg contains more than 100 milligrams of this very important nutrient. Number 5, they are linked, sorry for the commercials, they are linked to a reduced risk of health disease. LDL cholesterol is generally known as the bad cholesterol. It is well known that having high levels of LDL is linked to an increased risk of heart diseases. But many people don't realize that LDL is divided into subtypes based on the size of the particles. Let's get to these two final paragraphs. Even if eggs tend to mildly raise LDL cholesterol in some people, it is thought that eating eggs tend to mainly increase large or more buoyant LDL levels instead of the small, dense LDL particles, which may explain the association with reduced risks of heart disease. However, some recent studies have found egg consumption to be linked with increased risk of death from heart disease. So the research is mixed and more randomized controlled trials are needed to confirm benefits of egg consumption to heart health. They contain lutein and zeaxanthin. I hope to spell it correctly. Antioxidants that have major benefits for eye health. One of the consequences of aging is that eyesight tends to get worse. There are several nutrients that help counteract some of the degenerative processes that can affect our eyes. Two of these are called lutein and zeaxanthin. They are powerful antioxidants that accumulate in the retina of the eye. So, studies show that consuming adequate amounts of these nutrients can significantly reduce the risk of cataracts and macular degeneration, two very common eye disorders. Number 7, omega-3 or pastured eggs lower triglycerides. Not all eggs are created equal. Their nutrient composition varies depending on how the hens were fed and raised. Eggs from hens that were raised on pasture and or fed omega-3 enriched feeds tend to be much higher in omega-3 fatty acids, which are known to reduce blood levels of triglycerides, a well-known risk factor for heart disease. Studies show that consuming omega-3 enriched eggs is a very effective way to lower blood triglycerides. In one older study, eating just 5 omega-3 enriched eggs per week for 3 weeks reduced triglycerides by 16 to 18%. More recently, a small 2020 study of 20 participants found eating 2 omega-3 enriched eggs daily for 5 weeks reduced triglycerides by 10%. Number 8, they are high in quality protein with all the essential amino acids in the right ratios. So proteins are the main building blocks of the human body. They are used to make all sorts of tissues and molecules that serve both structural and functional purposes. Getting enough protein in the diet is very important, and studies show that currently recommended amounts may be too low. Eggs are an excellent source of protein, with a single large egg containing 6 grams of it. Eggs also contain all the essential amino acids in the right ratios, so your body is well equipped to make full use of the protein in them. Eating enough protein can help with weight loss, increase muscle mass, lower blood pressure, and optimize bone health, to name a few. And last, number 9, they are filling and tend to make you eat fewer calories, helping you lose weight. Okay. So I have 2 meals of eggs, scrambled eggs, each week. In each of those meals, I eat 3 eggs, usually with a soup and a dose of carbohydrates of lower glycemic index. Most of the times I eat eggs of pasture-raised chicken, because as we have seen, they are much richer. When I'm not at home, like for instance in my holidays, my diet tends to change. So in those circumstances, eggs are my main trusted food to ensure the satisfaction of my nutritional needs. Next, you will be able to see a few images of my weight training session. It was a session focused on the shoulders, but as you can see, I started with 2 exercises for the abs and ended with 1 exercise, deadlift, 1 leg deadlift. In the end, I also ran about 10 minutes in the treadmill and made my usual stretching sequence. In the next video, I will talk a little about psyllium. Now, if you like the video, please press the like button, comment, share the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.